Hi, I'm Larry Richardson, your step-by-step chef. In this episode, we're going to make an absolutely delicious vegetable side. It's carrots and mint. I feel like there should be another word there. Let's call it Carrots and Mint Imperial. It's Carrots and Mint Imperial. It's carrots, it's mint, and some really delicious additional ingredients. So come on, let's cook some Carrots and Mint Imperial. And here are the ingredients for our Carrots and Mint Imperial. First of all, we have 1 pound of carrots. Now if you can get the really fresh carrots that still have the green stalks on them, you know, kind of like the ones you might grow in your yard, and some stores have them too, get those. Those are absolutely sweet and delicious just on their own. The next thing we're going to use is a 1/2 cup of minced sweet onion. We're going to use a 1/2 cup of minced mint. Now I grew this mint myself, but you can certainly find that in some supermarket near you, or you can grow it yourself too. We're going to squeeze 1 lime into this mix. We have 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar. We have some star anise, and that's 2 pieces, basically 2 pieces of star anise. If you cannot get that, it's fine, but that does add a nice little twist to this dish, and you know you might have to order it online. I'm just telling you, if you can get it, because it would be worth it. If you can't, that's just fine. We're also going to use 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 tablespoon of cumin, a teaspoon of salt, and a tablespoon of pure vegetable oil. Let me show you how to put this all together. And the first thing we're going to do, of course, is boil our carrots. And I have 3 cups of water in this saucepan. Just cutting the top off of the carrots, and we're going to mash these carrots. So you don't have to be too meticulous about the size of the segments that you cut. You know, these are about 1 inch, but it doesn't matter because we're going to mash it up anyways with the other ingredients. You just put that right in the water. And now I'm just going to put this pan on the stove at high heat and boil them until tender. It usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes of boiling to get slices this size good and tender. And when I say tender, your fork should just drop right through it. We want it so we can really mash it up. So I'm going to go put that on the stove. Now some of my favorite dishes, they don't take a tremendous amount of prep time, and this is one of them. So we're just going to mince our 1/2 cup of onion. So we're just taking off the skin, the onion skin. And I'm using sweet onion. If you can't get sweet onion, that's fine, because the carrots and the other ingredients are plenty sweet, but sweet onion does add a certain flavor to this dish. And to mince it, I'm just scoring the top in these very narrow lines. And then I'm doing it perpendicular. And I just cut down the face in these nice close together lines. And we are going to saute this onion, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't worry about did I mince the onion correctly. I'm sure you did just fine. There we go. There's our onion. And we're just going to put it in this bowl. And next up, let's just take our star anise, and you don't want to cut this too small, but I'm just cutting it into these pieces because if you cut it too small, people are going to be crunching on this in the carrot dish, and we are going to saute this to bring out that delicious taste. And I'm just going to put this right in with the onions because they're all going to saute together. And next up, here comes our mint. And of course, you don't want the mint stems in with it. So you just grab the mint and you go in the opposite direction that the leaves point, opposite of the top of the stalk, and the mint just peels right off. This is just very stemmy mint. Mint is very easy to grow, so I would recommend that you have just a mint plant with all the other herbs you grow. It just, the fresh mint adds quite the flavor to these different dishes. And it is, like I said, it's easy to grow. And I was going to say you can use it in some delicious beverages, but I don't think I should get into that. But it is absolutely delicious. So again, just peel it off of the stalk. So 20 minutes later, let's check on our carrots. Oh yeah, the fork's sticking right in nice and easy. No resistance. So those carrots are ready. I'm turning the heat off. I'm going to strain them and set them aside while we saute the onions and a couple of the other ingredients. So I have this frying pan. It has been preheating over medium heat for about 3 minutes. And what I'm going to do is add our tablespoon of vegetable oil. There we go. And then I want to take the onion and star anise mix and just stir that into this. Give it a quick saute. This will help to release some of the flavor too. It's a very, very aromatic spice. And we're going to saute the onions until they're nice and translucent. I don't want crunchy onions in this dish. And I don't want to brown or caramelize the onions. I really just want them to turn a little bit clear, which they're starting to do. And now we'll add the mint and saute that. This will help to release a lot of that flavor. And this is a very quick saute with the mint. I don't want to I want to wilt it, but I don't want to absolutely burn that either. Wow, this is getting very aromatic. And then let's add our 2 tablespoons of butter, or 2 teaspoons of butter. Gives the carrot mix a very nice creaminess. Wow, that is just yummy. And let's add our teaspoon of salt. Our 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. A tablespoon of cumin. Let's just stir this up. Yum. Get it nice and mixed in. Okay, I want it just like that. Now I'm going to go get the carrots, turning the heat down to 1/4. Here are our carrots. They've been all drained, as you can see. And then we're just going to pour this mix right in with them. And then let's squeeze our lime right into it too. And then we just take our vegetable masher and mash it up. This is releasing all of those delicious ingredients right into this dish. And we want to have a nice, smooth consistency, so give it a good mashing. And that looks perfect to me. So congratulations, look at what you just made. Carrot Mint Imperial. It's absolutely delicious. I know you're going to love this vegetable dish. Now, extra for experts. If you want to, you can roast the carrots and get a little bit more of that taste into it. A little bit more of that roasty taste. But the stovetop version is just fine by me. Another caution is tell your guests that they may encounter some little nubs of the star anise in this. So, you know, they just take it out, set it aside like you would at any Indian restaurant. So that there's no problem with that. I mean, the other thing you can do if you want is you can fish through and find those little pieces of the star anise shell and remove those. That's totally up to you. But to me, it's worth just having that occasional encounter with grit just for the flavor that's in this dish. So if you want a printable version of this recipe, please go to my website, stepbystepchef.com. There you will also find printable recipes and free video links for well over 100 recipes. 100 delicious breakfasts, lunches, dinners, and even a couple of desserts. And another thing you're going to find on my website is the cookbook, Cooking with the Step-by-Step Chef. This has over 114 of my recipes, and it just saves you the time of having to print them on the site. It also makes a fantastic gift for beginner cooks and experienced cooks who want to try something a little bit different. So my name is Larry Richardson. I am your step-by-step chef, and I'll see you on the next episode.